Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, where you get the most important news and stories from around the world every day. Subscribe my channel and click the bell icon to stay informed. In the vast expanse of the West Philippine Sea, where the horizon stretches endlessly and the waves carry stories of centuries past, the BRP Rajah Humabon once sailed, a living relic and enduring symbol of the Philippine Navy's resilience and determination. More than just steel and rivets, the Humabon embodied a nation's struggle, hope, and maritime spirit, serving as a proud but aging guardian of the archipelago's vast waters. Originally commissioned in 1943 for the U.S. Navy, it witnessed the chaos and heroism of global conflict before eventually flying the Philippine flag. Its remarkable journey from the Atlantic to Southeast Asia reflected not only shifting alliances, but also the complex aftermath of war and the changing tides of history. For the Philippines, acquiring such ships was more than a strategic move. It was a necessity, linking the nation to powerful allies and providing a crucial foundation for national defense and sovereignty. Over the decades, the Humabon tirelessly patrolled Philippine waters, standing watch as new threats emerged, and as its once advanced systems gradually became outdated relics of a bygone era. Once a proud symbol of naval strength, it eventually became a stark reminder of the urgent need for modernization and technological advancement within the fleet. Its decommissioning in 2018 marked not just the end of a ship's service, but a significant turning point for the Philippine Navy, a moment of reflection and renewal. The Humabon's retirement paved the way for a new generation of warships, inspiring a renewed commitment to maritime security and the protection of the nation's waters. Though its engines are now silent and its decks empty, its legacy endures, serving as the catalyst for change and a symbol of the Navy's evolving journey. The story of the Humabon is ultimately the story of a Navy and a nation at a crossroads, choosing to honor its past while boldly charting a course toward the future. The BRP Rajah Humabon began its remarkable journey as the USS Atherton, a destroyer escort built during the height of World War II. Designed for a singular purpose, it was a vital part of the U.S. Navy's efforts to protect convoys and hunt down enemy submarines. Specifically, the Atherton was constructed to track and destroy German U-boats, which threatened Allied shipping across the Atlantic. The ship served with distinction, earning its place in history by sinking a German submarine just before the war's end, a testament to the bravery and skill of its crew. After the war, the Atherton was decommissioned and placed in reserve, but its story was far from over. The ship's journey was only beginning. In 1955, it was transferred to Japan, where it was recommissioned as JDS Hatsui. This transfer symbolized not only post-war alliances, but also the growing importance of regional security in Asia. For 2 decades, the ship served under the Japanese flag, patrolling the seas and training new generations of sailors. Eventually, it returned to the United States, and in 1976, it found a new home in the Philippines. Renamed BRP Rajah Humabon, the ship became the Philippine Navy's flagship, linking decades of naval history with the country's modern defense aspirations and maritime pride. For over 40 years, it sailed under the Philippine flag, serving as the last active World War II destroyer escort in the world. Its presence was a living testament to the dedication, resilience, and skill of Filipino sailors. The ship was more than just a vessel. It was a floating home, a school for generations of naval officers, and a powerful symbol of service and sacrifice. Its decommissioning marked the end of an extraordinary journey that spanned 3 navies, countless missions, and nearly 75 years of continuous service. The Humabon's legacy is one of endurance, adaptation, and unwavering commitment to duty, inspiring all who served aboard her. Its story stands as a bridge between eras, connecting the valor of the past to the ambitions and hopes of the future, ensuring that its spirit will never be forgotten. The Philippine Navy's reliance on ships like the Humabon was born of necessity, not choice. Post-independence, economic constraints and internal priorities left little room for modern naval procurement. The military focused on internal security, with resources directed to the Army and Marines to combat insurgencies. The Navy's role was limited to patrols and support, not external defense. The U.S. military presence provided a security umbrella, reducing urgency for a modern fleet. As a result, the Navy became a floating museum, operating decades-old ships from allies. Filipino crews kept these vessels running, but their combat effectiveness lagged behind regional threats. The Humabon was the most famous example, but not the only one. This reliance on outdated hardware created a dangerous capability gap. The need for modernization became undeniable as the South China Sea's strategic environment shifted. The end of the Cold War and the U.S. withdrawal from Philippine bases in 1992 forced the country to confront its own external defense. China's occupation of Mischief Reef in 1995 exposed the Navy's inability to protect its maritime claims. Diplomatic protests proved ineffective against a more powerful neighbor. The Humabon and its peers were powerless against modern Chinese vessels. As China's assertiveness grew, the threat became immediate and tangible. The Navy's outdated fleet could not meet the challenge of defending Philippine sovereignty. This crisis forced a strategic shift from internal security to territorial defense. The realization was clear. A modern navy was essential for national survival. The future of the Philippines depended on credible maritime power. In response, the Philippines launched the revised AFP Modernization Program in 2012, a 15-year plan to transform its armed forces. The Navy's first step was acquiring more capable ships, like the Hamilton-class cutters, to replace aging vessels. The second phase brought the Jose Rizal-class frigates, equipped with modern missiles and sensors, a leap in capability. These acquisitions marked a shift from patrol duties to real naval combat readiness. The current phase aims for even more advanced platforms, including corvettes, patrol vessels, and submarines. Submarines would provide a crucial deterrent and asymmetric advantage. The journey from the Humabon to a modern fleet is a fundamental transformation. Modernization is driven by the urgent need to defend the nation's maritime interests. The Navy's future is being built on the lessons and legacy of its past. The modernization of the Philippine Navy is not happening in isolation. It is deeply intertwined with a complex web of alliances, most notably the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty with the United States. This historic agreement has shaped the country's defense posture for decades, providing a foundation for cooperation and mutual support. The U.S.-Philippine alliance remains the cornerstone of the nation's security strategy, with the United States repeatedly affirming its commitment to defend Philippine forces, especially in the contested waters of the South China Sea. This assurance is vital in the face of growing regional tensions. U.S. support goes beyond words. It includes substantial financial aid, the transfer of modern equipment, and regular joint exercises like Balikatan. These activities not only enhance interoperability but also foster trust and understanding between the two navies. Through these partnerships, the Philippine Navy gains the ability to operate seamlessly alongside its allies, ensuring a coordinated response in times of crisis or conflict. Beyond the U.S., the Philippines has actively strengthened its defense ties with other key regional players, Japan, Australia, South Korea, and India, broadening and diversifying its security network to address evolving threats. Japan has provided state-of-the-art patrol vessels, Australia offers extensive training programs and conducts joint patrols, while South Korea has contributed by building new advanced frigates for the Philippine fleet. India, too, plays a crucial role by supplying advanced missile systems, further boosting the Navy's firepower and technological edge. This growing network of alliances provides the Philippines with access to cutting-edge technology, specialized training, and invaluable strategic support, elevating the Navy's capabilities to new heights. The presence of Allied ships patrolling together sends a powerful message to the world. The Philippines is not alone in defending its maritime rights and interests. Modernization, therefore, is not just about acquiring new ships or weapons, it's about integrating the Philippine Navy into a broader, multinational security architecture that can respond to any challenge. United by shared interests and mutual commitments, these alliances reinforce regional stability, deter potential aggression, and help secure a peaceful future for the Philippines and its neighbors. Modernizing the Navy is essential, but not easy. Funding remains the biggest challenge. Warships and submarines are costly, and the Philippines has many competing needs. The Navy must also overcome decades of neglect, rapidly building new capabilities and training personnel for advanced systems. Acquiring ships from multiple countries creates logistical and interoperability challenges. Each platform has unique maintenance and operational requirements, complicating integration. The pace of China's naval expansion far outstrips the Philippines, making smart, asymmetric investments crucial. The goal isn't to match China ship for ship, but to raise the cost of aggression. Modernization must focus on submarines, missiles, and alliances to create credible deterrence. Success depends on careful planning, sustained investment, and strategic focus. The challenge is immense, but the stakes are even higher. A navy's true strength lies in its people, not just its ships. As the fleet modernizes, investing in sailors, officers, and technicians is paramount. The transition from analog systems to advanced warships demands new skills and training. The Navy must build a culture of technical mastery, professionalism, and adaptability. Leadership must evolve, developing new doctrines for complex, multi-dimensional operations. The spirit of resilience that kept the Humabon sailing must now power a modern fleet. Investing in personnel ensures the Navy can fully utilize its new capabilities. The future depends on a motivated, skilled, and dedicated force. Ultimately, it's the will of the Filipino sailor that will turn the tide. The BRP Rajah Humabon's watch has ended, but its legacy endures. It symbolizes an era of resilience and resourcefulness, holding the line with courage despite limitations. Its decommissioning marked a turning point, a break from the past and a step toward a modern Navy. The Humabon story is the prologue to the Navy's transformation, reminding the nation of its journey. The new fleet, built for deterrence and defense, stands on the foundation the Humabon laid. The goal is a credible, capable force integrated with international partners. The Humabon's greatest contribution was bridging the gap between eras. As the Navy sails into the future, it does so on the legacy of long and honorable service. The spirit of the Humabon lives on in every new ship and every Filipino sailor.